I practiced NoFap for 3 years, from the ages of 17 to 20. During this time, I was able to completely transform myself from an insecure, lost, emotionally unstable individual to a confident, focused, and emotionally stable individual. In this video, I'm going to teach you exactly what I did to become the best version of myself through NoFap in such a short amount of time, so you can become the best version of yourself too. So make sure to watch till the end, because this is a video you don't want to miss. So the first thing you want to do on your NoFap journey, or to be honest, even before that, is you want to ask yourself why. Why do you want to do all this? Why do you want to become the best version of yourself? Why do you want to push through the potential struggles, setbacks, relapses? Why do you want to do all this? Because if you don't have a good enough reason why, I can guarantee you, the moment anything bad happens, and trust me, bad stuff is going to happen. The moment this happens is the moment you'll likely quit, or you'll likely relapse, or you'll likely just stop doing what you're doing. So you need to have something within yourself. You need to have an idea or a reason or just a dream that makes you be like, this is the reason I'm doing this. And for me personally, my why was I literally felt like I had a purpose. I felt like I had a mission. I wanted to help people. I wanted to do stuff in the world, and I wanted to become the person who I felt like I was inside. And this vision, this purpose, this dream, which created my reason why, literally helped me grind towards what I was doing every single day. Whenever I would have a setback, whenever something bad would happen, whenever something would happen in a way that I didn't want it, I just pushed through it because I was excited to pursue it. My reason why let me continue to go forward and let me continue to act as I needed to, when I needed to. Once you have your reason why and you're able to get emotional about it, or able to get excited about it, you know, it's something strong enough that you're willing to grind towards it every day, and you feel like this is something that you really want to do, then it's time for the second step. And the second step is to create a vision around your reason why. So if you now know that, okay, I want to become the best version of myself because of X reason. Now you want to create a vision around that reason. What is it going to look like when you achieve that reason? What is it going to look like when you achieve what you want? What is it going to look like? What is your life going to look like? What are you going to be able to do? How are you going to be able to interact with people? And you can create a vision using images. You can find a role model online that embodies it. You can do whatever you want in a way to create the vision. Personally, for me, I used visualization, and I was able to create so many images in my mind, storylines, all this kind of stuff. But the point is that you just want to get a visualization or an image or an idea of what you want, and you want to be emotionally invested in that idea. And it doesn't come the first time around. This is something you have to continually be working on. So when you work on something over and over again, you put more and more energy into it. And the more energy you put into it, guess what? The more you get invested into it. So the moment you get invested into it, well, it gets a lot easier. Because for me, it didn't feel like work having to wake up every single day and work towards something. It didn't feel like work having to sacrifice things that I find fun, because I was so, and I still am so, emotionally invested into my vision. And I know my vision is built on my reason why. So because I know why I'm doing this, and I have my vision of what it's going to look like, I'm so much more excited to do it. And it's not even like motivation at this point. It's simply just, this is what I'm doing. So now that you have your reason why, and you created a vision that excites you, motivates you, and honestly makes you a little scared, the next thing to do is the action phase. Like, this is the phase where you want to plan, you want to act, and you want to grind consistently. Literally, when you are on NoFap, you have so much energy, guys. I'm not even joking. You feel so powerful. You feel like you can conquer the world with the amount of energy you have. And if you don't use that energy towards something that is productive, it can really turn negative. So what you want to do is you want to start using that energy to plan your life out. Plan exactly what you want to happen in your life and how exactly you want to happen. And this plan doesn't have to be, 100% exact. Literally, all you're doing is just making a blueprint. Obviously, the blueprint is going to change, maybe even a month from now, maybe even a week from now, but you just want to start somewhere. Once you figure out your plan, you then want to start acting towards it. Now, obviously, your plan is going to be built off of your vision. So I'll give you an example. If your vision is you seeing yourself become a famous musician, or just succeeding at your job, or just succeeding at every aspect of your life, you're then going to want to build out things on your plan that correlate with these things. So becoming a famous musician, maybe that means, practicing 2 to 3 hours a day. It doesn't have to be something crazy. It doesn't have to be something where you have to work 24 hours a day, get no sleep, just grind and repeat. Just take it slow. Just practice every single day. That's what matters. The more you practice consistently, the better you get. And that's what I mean by the action. So when you have your plan that's built off of your vision, you are now going to be taking actions every single day that you want to turn into positive habits that are slowly but surely going to bring you to the destination you want to get to. So for example, with me, when I knew my why and I created my vision, then I knew how to create my plan because I saw what I wanted to do. And I knew that one of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to experience healthy relationships with people. After I knew that, I had to start improving my social skills. I knew I had to start meeting people. I knew I had to start forcing myself to get into social situations and really put myself outside my comfort zone. Because for me, I used to be shy. I used to be really anxious around people, and it really affected me in social situations. But now, after I started my plan and I started taking action consistently, now it's completely different. Now I'm pretty calm around people. Now I'm confident around people. Now I enjoy being around people. So that's what I mean when you really want to start a plan. You don't have to know exactly how your plan is going to turn out. You don't have to know exactly what it's going to be. I sure as hell didn't. But you just got to start somewhere. And so you just got to start acting consistently and grinding towards it. For me, it took me years to really become the person I am now. But if I didn't start, I wouldn't have ever even got here. So you guys really just need to set the plan. Remember, plan, act, and grind consistently. That's all you gotta do. Now, I hope you're enjoying this information, but if you guys want a more personalized, in-depth explanation of improving your life or just general life advice, you can easily book a quick coaching session with me through the links below in the description or the pinned comment. So the fourth step to becoming your best self is to just literally not quit. And I know this step may seem super obvious to you, but honestly, this is really why most people never get what they want. It's because they quit. It's because they face a little adversity and then they just don't want to do it anymore and they just give up. If you're going to be using NoFap to become the best version of yourself, then you have to realize that quitting isn't an option. In fact, you need to realize that failure is going to happen. It's simply inevitable. Failure is literally a process of success. That's something I had to realize on the way because I've failed many times along my journey, but I've never given up. I've only pivoted. So if something wasn't working, I just realized, okay, what isn't working? What can I do better? And I just started to do that. The moment you quit, you cease getting your dream, getting your vision, you cease your reason why. It was all for nothing. So you need to keep going. You need to keep going despite whatever results you're getting on the outside. You need to get your mindset to a state where it's literally, this is what's going on in here. You know exactly what you want and you don't give a about what's going on the outside. That's the state you need to get into. So you need to realize that quitting is not an option and failure is inevitable. But failure is not the final stop. The final stop is success, as long as you move past your failure. When you fail, you just want to use it as a learning lesson. Okay, what did I do wrong here? Okay, I need to go do this now. Okay, let's go do that. And you keep doing that. And as you keep doing that, you get better and better and better. And eventually you become successful. And that's literally how it works. The only reason most people never become successful is because they eventually quit. You can't quit. Remember that. Now, the fifth step on this guide to becoming your best self while on NoFap and semen retention is probably the most important step, to be honest, because without this step, it's very likely that you won't follow through. And you'll probably go in with an unrealistic image or expectation of what exactly is going to happen. And this step is to have a mindset shift. And the reason this is so important is because when you're trying to become your best self, when you're working towards becoming your best self, you're basically chasing perfection. And obviously, no one can become perfect. No one can ever get to the point and be like, I finally made it. I don't have to do any work anymore. It's not how it is. We have to continually be pursuing our best self. You have to realize that the vision you have in here, when you reach that vision, you'll have an even bigger vision. And when you reach that vision, you'll have an even bigger vision. You know, growth is a constant state of action, of pursuing things. And it's all about just continuing to grind and grow and enjoy the process. It's not about the destination here, guys. So when you create your vision, when you have your reason why, when you have your plan and when you're grinding towards it, yeah, you're going to be getting success. You're gonna be meeting your goals. You're gonna be improving your life and improving who you are as a person. But you have to realize that the only way that stays the same is by you continuing to grow. And obviously, as you continue to grow, it gets easier and easier to the point where it becomes automatic. But you have to have the mindset shift before you go into this, that this is a lifelong thing. You know, this isn't something that you can just stop when you want to. The moment you stop is the moment you start going down. So you want to keep improving every day by 0.1%. Little steps each and every day. So you're just always growing. That's what you really want to do. And if you can have that mindset shift while you're on NoFap pursuing this, or even while you're just continuing to grow, or before you get on NoFap, then you're going to be so much more advanced than 99% of people. In fact, you're probably going to get to the spot you want to be in so much quicker than if you didn't have it. Now, obviously, in order to do all of these steps to the best of your ability, you first have to be successful at NoFap. And that's why your next step is to watch this video that's going to show you the 5 secret steps I use to completely quit porn and successfully stay on my NoFap journey for 3 years, which allowed me to supercharge my results and help me on my journey to reaching my best self.